Hi guys, so welcome back. Which is so funny. Oh my gosh, if you watch my previous video you'll know why, but because of people who this is like they haven't seen the first video, for you guys specifically, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I was talking about the particulars, the factors that you consider when you're building a healthy hair regimen. And so in the previous video, which the link is down below, I talked about age, I talked about time, I talked about geographical location, and I talked about occupation stroke work stroke lifestyle. Occupation stroke lifestyle. Those are the four things I talked about, and because I didn't want that video to be long, right now I'm going to talk about the remaining things, which I've remembered. I've remembered the seventh point. If you've watched the first video, you know about the 7 points that I had mentioned. The 6 points, or I'll have figured how many points I will have said by then. And so right now I want to talk about your hair needs and your hair goals. Your hair needs and your hair goals really do play a big role on how exactly your routine will look like. For example, if my hair need is that my hairline or my hair is shedding excessively, I will need to incorporate, I need to just have a routine. I'll have to include a practice of maybe massaging my scalp with hair oils. Don't mix your oils. I'm talking about a specific hair oil, be it coconut or olive oil or avocado oil or jojoba oil or all these amazing oils out there. So that's a practice that I'll need to incorporate in my routine. If my hair need is my hair is dull, I will definitely need to include probably products that really focus on making my hair look shiny, or DIY products that will help me will help fix that issue. And the part about hair needs that people don't realize, you will have to study what exactly is causing the need. For most people, the reason why their hair is shedding, sometimes the reason why their hair is shedding a lot is because of they aren't taking a lot of proteins. Not excessive, but the right amount of proteins, because proteins do help a lot in building, because your hair is I think 100% protein, but protein is what your hair is made of. So if you don't intake protein, your hair will kind of struggle on that area. And also for these people, they don't do protein treatments to just balance the protein levels in their hair. So when you're looking at your hair needs and hair goals, please look, especially for your hair needs, please look at what is causing the need. Another example is there's someone whose hair need is that the scalp is irritating, so they keep on scratching. As much as that could be caused by a disease or a bacteria or a virus, for some it could be that it's because of the shampoo you're using. And so if you don't know the cause of your need, you will end up giving the wrong solution to it. So before you find a solution to it, please first identify the need, and then after you've identified, find the root cause and deal with the root cause. So that's about hair needs and hair goals, which again we'll get into it deeper in a separate set of videos. The other thing about the hair needs and hair goals is your hair goal really matters. If my hair goal is long hair, I'll have to realize I can't get long hair when my hair isn't healthy. So as much as my hair goal is long hair, I will have to look at I'll have to look into how do I make my hair healthy, because one is a product of the other. Hair goal your hair length is a product of healthy hair. So if you want a long hair, honey, you will have to actually look at the how to actually make your hair healthy. Which for the people whose hair goal is voluminous hair, let me just put it out there, not everyone can have voluminous hair. The people whose hair is fine, and that's just okay, because it's the biological composition of the hair. And so consider what kind of texture Like, is your hair the fine kind or the coarse kind? Is your hair the kind that becomes voluminous? Is your, like, consider if that's actually workable for your hair, because if you put a goal that your hair can't meet, you'll end up being frustrated. And it's not that really what you're doing is wrong, but it's because really you haven't identified if your hair is capable of doing the same thing you want it to do. Another case in point is the people who want curly hair and their hair is 4C, and 4C isn't curly hair, you know, unless you do twist outs, which again, curliness is not how it looks like, its original state, you know. So of course, if your hair goal is curliness and that's not the kind of hair you have, honey boo boo, you will do everything but you'll still not achieve curls, really, because my hair, as much as I do have a bit of curls, it's the kind that right now if I pour water on it, it will shrink and become like, this is actually how my hair looks like when it's wet. It shrinks and curls aren't as defined, you know. So if you're the kind who wants defined curls and your hair can't do that, you're putting the wrong goal and you're going to end up building a routine on the wrong goal. So your routine will be very much frustrating for you. Sawa. So please look at what your hair can do. If your hair can't define curls effortlessly, don't take someone else's a curly haired girl routine and make that for you. The other thing that I want to talk about is the money that you have and the availability of resources. This will especially fall. The reason why I'll mention this is because of the styles and the products that you buy. Products, I mean, it could be the products that protect your hair could be, what do you mean? I mean satin, bonnets and all those things. You're getting all this, or even the products to style. So under products, they're the styling products, and then now the wash, like the creams and the oils and the shampoos and all those things. If you don't have the money to buy high-end products, don't waste your time. I've realized something about Kenya. We don't have access to a lot of amazing products, and so most of the products that are around are kind of expensive. And so sometimes, especially if you're a student, sometimes it's very hard to really invest in your hair because you look at the products and you're like, it's so expensive. Honey, don't break the bank if you don't have the money. Don't break the bank. You can actually look at how exactly, like, I feel like for people who don't have that much of money available to be spent on hair products, you can actually use a lot of grocery stuff, like a lot of things that are very good for intake, like for you to eat. You can use them for your hair. That will involve you researching on how to make them and what exactly these things are, but look at the available resources that you have and use them. You don't have to break the bank for you to actually have good hair and good results for your hair. Sawa. So look at how much money you have, how much it used to call it an autonomous money, you know, the extra money after you've already catered for everything else. So money stroke availability of resources. Also part of availability of resources is you need to consider the kind of water resource that you have. Again, I think I've mentioned it in part 1, but if your water source is hard water or just chemicalized water, you'll have to invest in good soft water. That's because hard water has chemicals that really dry out your hair and make it brittle and easy to break and shed. So availability of resources, look at the water source. Is it hard water? Is it soft water? If it's hard water, look into how exactly you can get into fixing that issue. The other thing that I want you guys to look into, which again, it's a process, you know. Building a hair routine is a process. So I don't mean to say you'll get this correct in a month. For me, I've been a naturalista for 3 years and I'm still learning on, like, the things I'm adding, the things I'm subtracting. in my routine, just because a lot of things are changing. The other thing that you need to look at is your biological structure. In biological composition or structure, the thing about it is you'll need to look at, are you the kind of person who sweats a lot? Are you the kind of person who excretes a lot of oils? These two things are very important in how you build your hair routine. If I'm the person who sweats a lot, the things I'll need to do that are different from a person who sweats a lot. Also, if I'm a oh my gosh, if I'm a person who if I'm a person who excretes a lot of oil, now I'm talking about hair oils, or just I have oily skin, because most people, because of how different your skin is, some areas you have oily skin, some areas you have dry skin, some areas you have normal skin. You'll need to first learn if your scalp is of that manner. Is it entirely oily, or is it entirely normal, or is it entirely dry? So that you can know exactly how to look into fitting a practice that will cater for those things. So example is, if there's a time, even right now, this part of my scalp sometimes gets really dry, and so there's a time I used to take coconut oil and just massage it through, and then I realized this thing is not helping. So I used to take a very soft brush and just brush away the lightly brush the dryness. Then it actually did help, but it didn't help entirely. So I realized I don't know what I didn't really check what was causing the dryness. So I bought sulfur 8 and applied it, and right now it's better. I don't know if you guys will see it, but it's better off, though it's still dry. And for me, my scalp is leaning towards the dry side more than the oily or the normal side. So I like, because I never used to have now what I'm trying right now is massaging my scalp more frequent, which I always forget. But yes, you see, because it's a habit, like it needs to be a habit. So that's my personal example. And so for you, if you sweat a lot, that means I believe your hair also ends up just feeling bulky and dirty because of the excess sweat. Probably you could try out using an apple cider vinegar rinse midweek, or using doing a co-wash, conditioner wash. If you don't know what conditioner wash is, please check the link in my bio, go to my blog. I have covered those methods of cleaning your hair. You can actually just include a co-wash in the midweek before your wash hair day comes, or you can do an apple cider vinegar rinse midweek before your wash hair day comes. These are things that you need to consider. So look at your biological composition. Do I sweat a lot? Do I not just sweat a lot? It could be on the other side. Do I produce a lot of sweat, or do I produce little sweat, or do I produce little oil? Because if you have little oil sebum production, because sebum is the oil that your hair produces, the natural oils, for you'll need to include a lot of massaging, just to excite your scalp, the part of your head that produces sebum. As you massage it, you actually send signals to your brain to produce oils. It's actually a science, which is actually true, by the way. And when you're massaging, don't use the nails, use the here. Okay, I don't know what they're called, and just massage lightly. It's very soothing. Also, it helps you relax. So that's I don't feel like there's another thing I've left out apart from hair porosity, and that I will talk about in a separate video. So this video will end up being 3-part instead of 2-part, just because I didn't want it to be long. If this video has been useful to you, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And also, if you guys have questions or suggestions or just anything, the comment section is free. Also, you can email me or just talk to me on either Facebook or Instagram, I actually do check your questions and I do put them down. For the ones that I can answer immediately, I do answer. So thank you guys for being patient with me on these videos. There's a lot that I have in store, and sometimes my schedule is not friendly when it comes to posting and just showing you guys what I've been learning. So please be patient, and yeah, we have I'm really excited for this. Yeah, that's all for today. Please stay tuned for the hair porosity video. So turn on the notification bell, should be somewhere here, down here next to the subscription button. Turn it on so that it will notify you when that video comes in, because hair porosity is definitely one of the most important factors to consider when you're building your hair routine. Like, it's the most important, yet the most ignored. So as much as everything else I've mentioned is very important, hair porosity is what will really determine, especially when it comes to what like just genuinely everything, especially when it comes to what products to use. Though we'll get into product details later on when we're talking about the particulars that make a hair routine. Sawa sawa. So yeah, bye bye.